Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam and today's video is going to be my July wrap-up. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. We're gonna deal with it. In the month of July, I read 16 books. Who is she? Who is she? What? I read 16 books in 1 month. It's the most I've ever read in my entire life. It's crazy. I can't believe it. I read so much this month. Insane. So we're gonna start because I feel like this video is gonna be really long. So let's get with it. So let's start with some stats. So like I said, I've read 16 books and that is a total of 5,038 pages. What? I read for 97 hours and 29 minutes of audiobook. What? I know, it's insane. My average rating is a 4.5, which is basically been the same since the beginning of the year. It's crazy. So for the genre now, I read 3 contemporary, 1 dystopian, 1 fantasy, 1 graphic novel, 1 mystery, 1 mythology book, 5 nonfiction, and 3 science fiction. It's crazy. It's really crazy for me. So I listened to 11 audiobooks. So most of my books were books that I listened to, and I read 5 physically. I read 10 adult books and 6 YA. 12 of those books were by female author, which I'm really proud of. That's like amazing. And 4 of them were by male authors. Yeah, that's basically it. So let's start with the books that I've read this month because, like I said, there's a lot. So the first book that I finished this month is The Ballad of Sunburst by Susan Collins. This is the prequel of the Hunger Games series. We're following President Snow, and I give this one a 3 stars, and I think I'm gonna lower it. I think it's more like a 2 or 2.5. I was disappointed with this book. It's told in 3 parts, and like the first part is you know, where President Snow is going to school and like the reaping and kind of the preparation for the games, because he is a mentor for the District 12 girl. And I feel like Susan Collins tried to make us feel empathetic, is that the word? To feel like poor Coriolanus Snow. Oh, poor him. He doesn't have a lot of money. He's sad. Oh, he doesn't have any parents. He's an orphan. Oh, sad. But like, we know who he becomes, and he's a fucking hassle. So yes, I just didn't like the trying to make us feel like, oh, poor President Snow, poor him. I didn't love that. She was trying to make us like him, and I don't like him, so I didn't like that. The second part is the Hunger Games. That was the best part in my opinion. I really loved it. The Hunger Games was really great. I absolutely loved it. And the third part is like after the games, and didn't like it. Didn't like this part. It was my least favorite of all of the parts, and yep. So fairly disappointed. This book is really long for like no reason. Like, I was listening to the audiobook, and thank God, because I don't think I would have finished it otherwise. So yes. The next book that I finished this month is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I did a reading vlog of me reading this for the first time, and yeah, you can go check it out. I will leave it in the eye over here in the corner, and I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 star. I really enjoyed it. I'm intrigued. I want to read more. I'm really excited to just dive in more into the series, and I think like everyone is pretty in consensus on this, that after the third one, like it's, sorry, I got a text messages, it really pick up and it's like really good. So I'm really excited to read more. I'm gonna continue the series for sure, so really excited. The next book that I finished was also part of this reading vlog that I did, 48-hour reading vlog, and that is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I give this one a 5 out of 5 star. I loved it, even more than Final Girls. Like, I really enjoy Final Girls. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I really loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 star. I really enjoyed it. I love the twists and turns. I love the story. I love like the plot. I love the characters. I love the setting. The setting was great. Loved it. Really, so good. Oh my god, sorry. I didn't anticipated the ending at all. Loved it. The next book that I finished is Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, sorry. And I'm not gonna read this book because this is a nonfiction, like pretty much about the author's experience with racism and the Black Lives Matter movement and all of that stuff. I listened to the audiobook. The narrator was the author, so I really enjoyed that. It was really educational for me. I learned a lot, and I absolutely loved it. Really, I loved it, and this book really started a trend after that of anti-racism reading for me. Like, yeah. So the second book that I read in that note is How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. This book was my favorite. I learned so much. This book is fairly short, but I learned so much throughout this book. And I wish I had a physical copy when I first read it, because I didn't have this copy. I bought it a week after I finished the audiobook, and the audiobook is also narrated by the author. This book was amazing. I wanted to underline everything. Like, I wanted to just write in this book and just take notes. So I'm gonna reread it pretty soon, because I really want to do that. I really want to underline. I really want to take notes. I really want to study this book. I think this book is a staple if you want to learn more about anti-racism and racism. This book was perfect and opened my eyes on so many things that I wasn't aware of as a white privileged woman. So I loved it. If I could give it a rating, it would have been like 100 stars. Like, it's amazing. Next book that I finished this month is Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers. This is the third and final, maybe not, book of the Wayfarers series. I absolutely love this one. I gave it a 5 out of 5 star. It was such a good conclusion, and it was just perfect. I loved the characters. I love the setting on a spaceship, like big spaceship, like kind of a small planet for like humans. I loved it. Really loved it. I think it's my favorite one in the series. I really love the Closing Common Orbit, but I think this one is really my favorite. I loved it. So yeah, it was so good. Please read this series, it's so good. Next I read So You Want to Talk About Race by Ijoma Aluo. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. I tried learning how to say it, but yeah. Again, another book with my anti-racism educational thing that I'm doing, and I really loved it. Really enjoyed it. Again, I learned some stuff. Some stuff were already said in How to Be an Anti-Racist, but I really love the female perspective of it that I didn't had with the two other books that I read. So because I'm a female, I could understand a little bit more with like the female perspective and the male perspective. I really enjoyed it. So yes. Next, the next 7 books are for the reading rush. So I did some reading vlogs for the reading rush, so if you want to see them, I'm gonna leave the playlist over here just at the eye. So yeah, so the first book that I finished is A Quiet Girl in a Nosy World, 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not gonna talk more about it because in my last vlog I kind of talk about all those books a little bit more in depth, so just so you know, I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Next, I read A Camp Out Blood Confidential by Rick Riordan. 5 out of 5 stars again. Loved it. Next, I read Invisible Woman by Caroline Criado Perez. I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. It was a non-fiction. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Next, I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny On. I absolutely love this one. A 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it. Next, I read The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. I really love this one. I really enjoyed it. I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it was great. Next, I read Midnight of the Electric by Jodi Lynn Anderson. I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Yeah. Next, I read Lagoon by Nnedi Okorafor. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it too. It was a first contact with aliens set in Nigeria, and it was great. Next, I read You're Not Special by Megan Rinks. This is a nonfiction. It's a memoir of her. I've been watching her videos since a long time. I was in high school when I first discovered her, and I really enjoyed her on Twitter and Instagram. I really love her, so it was really interesting. I really love her nonfiction, her book. It was great. And finally, I read This Is Where It Ends by Mary Kay Nitschkamp. I give this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. This one is about a school shooting, and it's like only in 54 minutes, and yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a hard subject. The only thing why it was not a 5 out of 5 stars is just because there were no or little talking about mental illness, and it's clear that the shooter suffered from mental illness and after a traumatic experience, something that happened. So I wish there were more talks on the mental illness of why it happened. So yeah, but still 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was good. So this is it. This is my July wrap up. I read 16 books, which is crazy. I can't believe, yeah, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.